Guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed everyone's videos this week. I know I did, and I'm really excited for this collab to start. This week's topic is coming out. My coming out story is kind of interesting. I've only known myself that I'm a lesbian for about 3 years. For the lines all kind of blur, I don't really remember, but I told my brother. He was the first person that knew, and he was like, so, okay, that's cool. And then a few weeks later, I decided to tell my two best friends at the time, and I live in a very, very straight / Christian environment, or at least I did at that time, and so my best friends were Christians and very set in their ways, and when I told them, they freaked out and told me that I had to tell my parents or they would tell them for me. So that evening I went home and I was crying and I was talking to my brother. I was like, I don't know what to do. They're making me tell mom and dad, and I'm really scared and I'm afraid they're gonna kick me out. He kind of calmed me down and told me just go in and talk to mom because he thought mom would take it better. So I went in to my mom's office and she was working on the computer. I just sat down next to her and I was like, Mom, I like girls. And she was like, oh, okay, Nance. And I was like, no, Mom, I like girls. I like girls. Like girls. And she was like, oh. And so we started talking about it, and she asked me when I figured it out, and yeah, then we talked about it for a while, and she started crying. And I had started crying because I was like, oh, they're forcing me to tell you, and I didn't want to tell you, and I was afraid you'd be angry at me. And she wasn't angry at me. But then she told me we need to go in and tell my dad. He was watching a basketball game, I think, and we had him pause it, and I was like, Dad, I like girls. I like girls. Basically the same thing that happened with my mom. And he started crying too. And I told him the story. And he thought it was because of him, because he was a bad father to me, and he thought it was his fault. And I assured him it wasn't. Deep down, I'm not really sure. If it may have been partially his fault. I don't know. So they both found out that night, and they didn't kick me out. They didn't beat me. They told me that they still love me, that they don't condone this lifestyle, but they still love me, and I'm still their daughter, and I'm still gonna be theirs, and they're not gonna get rid of me. So that made me feel really good. And that was January 1st, 2009. It's a nice, easy day to remember, my coming out day to my parents, because every New Year we have a little coming out party, and I'll be like, it's gay day, and my parents are like, oh God, don't bring it up again. And I'm like, come on, it's gay day, I'm your daughter, you gotta be excited about this. So yeah, it's kind of a little joke in our family when I come out. Yeah, I've only had 2 gay days so far, but whatever. And then since then, I haven't technically came out to everybody yet, because I do live in a very straight environment. I have mostly Christian friends. Majority of the people I know, not necessarily I'm friends with, but I know, are Christian and homophobic. So if I were to come out to them, say on like Facebook, and change that I'm interested in women, I think I would lose quite a number of friends, which I don't really care. It doesn't really bother me, because I don't give a shit if people care if I'm gay or not. But I also have a lot of younger friends too, and I want to be able to hang out with them, and if their parents knew, they would most likely not let me hang out with them and be friends with them. So I'm doing it for the sake of being able to continue to hang out with my friends while we're still young, and also for the sake of my parents. If I were to come out, I think that my parents would probably get judged a lot, and I don't want them to have to go through that, because it's not their problem, it's me. It's not because of them. I don't want them to have to deal with crap from ignorant other parents. I'm wearing a Lady Gaga necklace. I don't know if you can see it. I think it's pretty baller. I love it, because I love Lady Gaga. So yeah, I'm wearing a Lady Gaga necklace. A lot of people that know me know and don't care. The people that I act with in my studio, I actually think of them more as my family, because they were one of the first people to know, like, very quickly. When I went there, I was only there for like 2 weeks before I started telling people I was gay, and they didn't care. They were like, okay, cool. And I was like, really? Like, because I was so used to people. I had 3 best friends leave me. People who I thought were my best friends leave me when I came out to them. And so I had stopped telling people. And so when I went to the studio and people were okay with it, I was like, oh my god, I feel so at home here, because this is how it should be. And so I love that place, and yeah, it's a great place to be, and they're like my family, even though I've only known them since August, since I started acting there. I'm kind of orange today. It's because my walls are like a bright, bright, bright pink, and my webcam hates the lighting and the pink walls and everything, so yeah, it makes me turn orange sometimes. So sometimes I have a piece of like white paper that I put up, and then I look less orange, but oh well. I didn't do it today because I didn't really care, because I just woke up and I was supposed to wake up at like 10, and my alarm went off, and I will look cute next week. So yeah. A show opened this weekend. I was Roxy for one show. It went pretty well. Next week I open Friday night, and I am nervous as fuck, but I think I'm gonna do well. I think some of my friends are gonna come see me as Roxy, and that makes me even more nervous, nervouser? Whatever. It makes me quite anxious, but I'm excited because I love to act, and it's just a fun environment, and playing the part of Roxy Hart is incredible. Definitely the funnest role I've ever played. So I guess that's all, and I will see you guys next week. Comment, subscribe. Everyone says that, but do it if you want. If you don't, just keep watching our videos. Thanks. Bye.